What's going on, everybody? Master Taint here with a very special war recap for you from Exclusive Empire. We randomly matched up with Ass Clan. If you haven't heard of these guys, they're another top war clan, same as we are. They have 200 war wins here. We would have been 201, but we ended up beating them. And yeah, we have 210. So you can see on our side here, they did manage to get out two Town Hall 10 3-stars, but they did leave a couple bases 1-starred. All the Town Hall 9s got cleaned up on both sides. That came as no surprise to anybody. Whenever you get to these top War Clan wars, you know it's always going to come down to the Town Hall 10 triples, which we were able to get 6 of, I believe. Yeah, 6 Town Hall 10 triples. Not as many as we would have liked, but we did get all the rest 2-starred, and all the Town Hall 9s got cleaned up, obviously. This recap, I'm going to do something a little bit different than I normally do. I'm going to do some commentary on some of the attacks, and I'm going to just play music over some of the attacks, but I'm going to show you every single 3-star attack in this war, all the Town Hall 10s and all the Town Hall 9s. So yeah, let's get started here with OCW on number 1. All right, so he begins the attack here with the Archer Queen walk. Pretty standard, as you see. Most Town Hall 10 3-stars, they involve an Archer Queen walk of some sort, or at least busting into either side of or one compartment or another. So he begins at the top side of the base here with a few healers. I forgot to see how many. It looks like 4, I believe. 4 healers onto the Archer Queen at the top of the base here. And she's going to come down and just start cleaning up some of this area at the top here. At the same time, he's dropped his Barbarian King at the bottom side of the base. So he's going to do what I've been calling the sandwich attack, which is where you use your Archer Queen on one side of the base to come in and take out the one air defense and hopefully the Archer Queen and maybe the CC, and you use Barbarian King on the other side. On this particular raid, the Barbarian King, he wants it to pull the CC because we could basically assume that every Town Hall 10 CC has a Lava Hound in it, and this one did not shock. Of course it did. So you can see here he puts a Rage on the Archer Queen at the top. That keeps her just alive long enough, keeps the healers healing the Archer Queen to come in here and get the enemy Archer Queen out, get their defense out, Air Sweeper, Archer Tower, and she's also going to be able to come down. Gets both Air Sweepers, which is awesome, and get this Wizard Tower taken care of, and then she's going to work on the Town Hall. So really good trade there. Begins his flight with one Hound coming from the left side of the base here, and another Hound coming from the bottom side of the base. They're both gonna move in towards that air defense at the bottom here. With the pathing on this base, what he really wants to do is get all the loons to go towards the middle, and then make their way through the middle of the base towards these Inferno Towers, which is what's gonna happen. So the 2 haste come down here. First freeze spell goes down here. A Rage covers both of them, so the loons are gonna move through the base. Second freeze spell goes down over the second Inferno Tower and the Expos and everything in the middle here, and these loons are going to be moving through the base. You can see the enemy Hound is still alive, still in Hound form, doing absolutely nothing. Hounds do almost no damage at all. Unfortunately, the enemy Barbarian King comes here and is able to kill his Archer Queen, so she's not going to be able to help too much with the cleanup, but that's okay because he's got so many loons left over, so many pups left over, and everything, and the base has already been destroyed 80% by the time all the defenses are taken down, and everything is kind of spread out everywhere. He's got maintenance going at the bottom of the base, he's got pups and loons and everything at the top of the base. Finally, the enemy Hound gets destroyed from the pups, but it doesn't even matter at this point. Those pups are not going to be able to do enough damage, and the base goes down. So very nice job, OCW. Cool. I hope you guys are enjoying the music so far. The next attack I want to show you is by Lion versus their number 11 Town Hall 10 Goho. Now, this was one of their 9.5s. He did build both of his Inferno Towers and his extra Expo. I don't know if he built the Archer Tower and the cannon. Yeah, it looks like he has the cannon there and the Archer Towers at the top. So, yeah, they had three 9.5s going into this war. We have none. But yeah, I mean, this was a random matchup. There was no agreements over 9.5s or anything like that. So yeah, no hard feelings about them building Infernos. In fact, we welcome it. We like the challenge. So he has three golems coming in the bottom of the base here. His Archer Queen has already cleared out this one top compartment, which is also going to clear any double giant bomb pathing to that air defense that you can see at the top of the base there at the top left side, and also is going to be able to clear any of the double giant bombs at the bottom side here. You can see he's going to use 21 hogs, plus he probably has a CC full of hogs as well to take down this base. So his Barbarian King, the three golems and everything come up through the middle of the base here. He's obviously going to try to get out the Archer Queen and the Inferno Tower, and maybe both Inferno Towers if he can. The poison spell goes down over the skeleton traps. The Lava Hound is in the middle here, but he's already got the hogs going out and doing work, so yeah, not too much of a problem. They're going to be there. So yeah, the CC full of hogs gets dropped to the top of the base here as the rest of the hogs are moving around the outside of the base. You can see the golems and his Archer Queen and Barbarian King have done a really good job clearing out the core of this base, plus the hogs that have been going through there too. Both the Inferno Towers are taken down now. One of the bombs get popped there, but he already had a heal spell going over it, and now he's just going to keep moving around the rest of the base. You can see most of the defenses have already been taken down. Of course, they were about Town Hall 9 level defenses. I don't think he had any Town Hall 10 level defenses except for the new towers, obviously, but yeah, no problems there. So the whole base is being cleaned up now. The pups are still in the middle. They're taking out his Barbarian King. It takes a long time for these pups to take out a level 40 Barbarian King, but they do eventually. Oh no, they don't even do it. The Archer Queen and her archers are able to clean them up before they're able to take him out. Got a sliver of health, and the base is going to get cleaned up by the hogs at the end. So very nice job, Lion. right, well, that was it for the Town Hall 10 attacks. I hope you enjoyed them. Now, I do have a few Town Hall 9s attacks I want to show you. Now, of course, like I said, I'm going to show you absolutely every single attack. The ones that I'm not doing the commentary on, I'm just going to put the music at twice speed, as you've seen so far. And the ones I do commentary on, you will hear my voice speaking to you, and then you will know that that is the ones that are happening. So he begins his attack here with a Golem, his Archer Queen, and his Barbarian King at the top of the base with a few wizards to clean up the funnel. You can see he drops the Barbarian King a little bit early here, and that's because he knew there was a Hound in the CC, and he wanted to make sure that the Hound gets focused on the Barbarian King and not on the Archer Queen. If it gets on the Archer Queen, she's going to spend so much time killing the Hound, cleaning up the pups, and she's not going to be able to do anything. A lot of times the pups will kill her too. So with the Hound being on the Barbarian King, it's not going to do any damage to him, and it's not going to die. So his Barbarian King is able to come in here, get the enemy Archer Queen taken out, get a Tesla taken out, but unfortunately not able to take out that Wizard Tower or anything else. And his Archer Queen was able to come through the top, take out a Sweeper, and air defense, and a couple other towers here. But now she's going to get focused on the Hound and take it out and do all the damage to that. Hopefully we'll be able to clean up a lot of the pups as well, but he does have a poison spell still in his pocket, so yeah, it's not going to be too much of a problem. He dropped in 2 Hounds on this right side air defense with a bunch of loons in behind that. Third Hound comes out now, and it's going to move along to, as soon as that air defense goes down, which it does right now. It's going to move along to the next air defense at the bottom side here, and he drops another Hound on that. The loons are going to be making their way from right to left around the space. He is kind of going in a clockwise direction, but there were some defenses in the middle that the hounds are going to get focused on. You can see that there are some pups here that are going to be causing him a little bit of trouble. He hasn't dropped the poison spell yet. Probably not even too worried about it because there's so few pups that they're not going to do too much damage. And all these loons are going to be making their way up to the top side of the base here. He had a couple loons in his pocket for the back end on that wizard tower. So none of that huge pack of loons was not affected by that wizard tower. All the enemy pups have been cleaned up by his pups now, and the base is going to get cleaned up very fast. He's got all these loons at the top doing cleanup. He's got a couple minions and a wizard on the right side of the base doing cleanup, pups in the middle, pups at the bottom, loons everywhere, and the base gets destroyed really fast. So very nice job, Venom. Beautiful attack. All right, I think I'm going to do some back-to-back raids here because the next one I want to show you is by Skip versus their number 15. It's a really cool attack. Actually, in my opinion, this is the coolest attack of the war, and I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm sure everybody thinks that their attack was the coolest one, but I think Skip's attack was the coolest one. So you can see he had 6 of his own healers and 2 in the CC plus a minion, so a total of 8 healers on this raid. Drops 4 of them on his Archer Queen, and he's got 4 behind that he's going to use for his Valkyries later on. A minion comes in, dropped another minion there to do a little bit of cleanup. He wants to make sure that his Archer Queen is going to walk clockwise around the space after taking out this air defense and all these other towers. Just trying to do as much cleanup as possible on the outside here. He's not too worried about coming in and getting the enemy Archer Queen because when you're using Valkyries, you can usually rely on them to go in and kill the enemy heroes. You don't really have to worry about pushing your heroes in to do it. It does require a lot of skill. You can see he's got 2 jump spells, a rage spell, and a heal spell. 8 Valkyries, 11 Hogs, and 4 minions to do some cleanup later on. So this is going to be a really cool attack. Gets the enemy CC pulled out here, uses that 1 Hog to pull the CC out, so it comes in at the correct time, and also distracts it for a little bit, so it sits under this poison spell for a bit of time. Wants to make sure these loons get as low as possible, so his Archer can come in here and just one-shot them completely. So now he's dropped the Valkyries and the 4 healers on the left side of the base here. The enemy Barbarian King jumps out to meet them. That was actually, he walked really far. I don't know why he even walked that far, but he did. And then his Barbarian King and the Hogs are, sorry, just a few of the Hogs, 5 of the Hogs come in behind that. And they're just trying to get rid of a lot of these point defenses. Point defenses are your biggest enemy against Valkyries. You can see here they come in here and quickly take out the enemy Archer Queen. She's dead already just by all of them spinning at once. The minions come in and they're already doing some cleanup around the backside here. Barbarian King unfortunately dies at the bottom here because of this outside Tesla. I'm not sure if he was planning for that or not, but yeah, a lot of the cleanup is already going on. He's got some minions going around the top side of the base doing cleanup already. This 1 minion on this elixir storage is hilarious. You'll see it's going to move up and it's going to take out this air sweeper all by itself. Even though it's getting pushed away constantly, it's just going to take 1 little shot, 2 shots, get pushed away, come back, do a couple more shots, get pushed away, and it's going to solo it. Really cool attack. The enemy his Archer Queen has been walking around the base this entire time with his healers behind them. Unfortunately, the healers are going to die right now, but his Archer Queen has already done so much damage here. The Valkyries are still alive in the middle here. They're going to go around all these bunched up Teslas, which could be a problem, especially if you're doing a hog attack or something like that. but it's not too difficult for these Valkyries to take care of. You can see that one minion has cleared out that sweeper at the top. The Archer Queen is taking care of that last Tesla, and these Valkyries are going to go take out the last building there, and everything gets destroyed. So very nice job, Skip. All right, and the next attack I'm going to show you today is by Randy Butternub versus their number 18. This is a 3 golem Goho. We've seen Hound attack so far, Valk attack so far, so here's a Hog attack for you. So Randy Butternub, he begins by dropping in 2 golems and his Archer Queen and some wizards at the bottom side of the base here. Now Randy Butternub only kept 1 wizard behind. Normally I would like to keep more than 1 behind for cleanup, but Randy Butternub knows what he's doing. He's the best Hog attacker in the game. So begins Randy Butternub drops his CC Golem and his Barbarian King towards his compartment here. He's going to get in here and get the Hound pulled out and get both of the enemy heroes taken out. Randy Butternub was planning for this. A lot of their enemy CCs had a Hound in the CC, so he brought a Rage spell here so the Archer Queen can take out that Hound as fast as possible and then start cleaning out the pups. Randy Butternub's Barbarian King has taken out both the enemy heroes and has done a bunch of cleanup as well, so Randy Butternub got a lot of value out of his Barbarian King. Now you can see that Randy Butternub is not dropping his poison spell over these pups. Randy Butternub wants to save it for the skeleton traps later on. Because Randy Butternub did not trigger any of the traps as he was moving in towards the heroes here, Randy Butternub knows that they are somewhere else in the base and he wants to make sure he gets them taken care of. So now Randy Butternub drops his hogs and 1 giant here on this wizard tower, and that Tesla Randy Butternub drops a heal, and behind that he still has 2 more heals, so he can be a little bit liberal with the heals. He doesn't have to save them up, and Randy Butternub is making his way clockwise around this base. As you can see, he drops the poison spell there over the skeleton traps, just like I said. Randy Butternub already had this heal going down. You can see the second skeleton trap gets popped, but the poison spell is still going on and quickly gets taken out before Randy Butternub's hogs take any damage from it. You can see the hogs are still making their way through the base. He still has 1 more heal spell. He doesn't even need to use it, and in fact, he doesn't use it. I believe he does drop it as a joke right at the end of the raid, because why not? But with all the defenses that have been taken out now, his Archer Queen, Randy Butternub's Archer Queen, is still in the middle here doing some cleanup. Randy Butternub has a wizard at the bottom side of the base. Now you can see where I would have preferred to have another wizard to start doing some cleanup on the right side there. Randy Butternub only had 1 wizard left over, but it doesn't really matter because Randy Butternub has so many hogs left over here that this base is just going to get destroyed by Randy Butternub. yeah, the top side of the base has been taken out. There's gold storage at the right side of the base being taken out. He still has that heal spell, so Randy Butternut decides that, yeah, he doesn't even need it. He's just going to save it for the next raid. Who knows? Good job, Randy Butternut. And the last attack I'm going to talk to you about today, of course there are going to be more attacks I'm going to show you today, is by Sosa Hunter versus their number 24. I've showed a couple of this guy's attacks before. I really like the style that he uses with these 4 Earthquakes, Valkyries, Hogs, and Loons in the back end. So he begins by dropping in 2 Golems, his Archer Queen, and some Wizards to clean up the funnel, and also start taking out some of these point defenses around the outside of the base here. As I mentioned earlier in this war, point defenses are like the biggest enemy to a Valkyrie attack. Wall breakers come into the right side of the base here, moves the golems toward the inside. The Archer Queen is doing a little bit of cleanup, then she's going to walk around back up to the top as well. The Wizard is also getting rid of some stuff before he dies there. Poison spell goes off, gets one of the skeleton traps triggered, which is going to walk right into the poison spell. His Archer Queen will have no issue getting rid of this dragon and these loons, and then he drops in the Valkyries behind that. Now, because the center's been opened up here, the Valkyries are going to walk right in under a heal spell and be able to clean up everything here. At the same time now, he's dropped his Barbarian King, a few Wizards, and some Wall Breakers in the left side of the base. I missed it while it was going on. You can rewind if you want to watch it. But basically, his Barbarian King was able to take out the enemy Barbarian King, some of the enemy Archer Queen, but not all of it. But the Wizards were able to finish it off without using anything to tank. So really good value there. And now he's got these Hogs coming in the backside of the base here. These Valkyries are kind of working their way through the middle of the base, and the Loons are coming in behind that. Now they're going to obviously pick up a lot of traps and this last air defense up here, so the Loons aren't going to be able to do too much more damage. But all these Hogs, they're going to be able to take out all the defenses at the top side of the base, and the Valkyries are already doing a lot of the cleanup around the left side and bottom side of the base as well. The Archer Queen is coming around. She's shooting some walls there. You can't quite see her. Hasn't even used her ability yet, but all the defenses are being taken care of. He does have 1 Loon left over, which is going to help with his cleanup. He's got these Hogs cleaning up at the top side of the base. He's got his Archer Queen. Finally uses her ability, and all these Valkyries and everything around the bottom side of the base, and they're just going to walk through and clean up absolutely everything. So very nice job, Sosa Hunter. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of the war. I'll see you later. All right, everybody. Well, that was our War versus Ask Clan. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took the time and sat down and watched through this whole thing because it took me a long time to make. So I hope you appreciate it. Anyways, Master Taint signing off, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. Randy Butternut.